on or off, that's up to you. And then we'll start. Okay, so we're gonna have the strap handy. And I don't even want to bring up the fact that it's 2021. And it's interesting because everybody was so ready to get rid of 2020 and start 2021. And 2021 is a disaster as well. So it's really important for us to really have control over our own thoughts and our own feelings, because the circumstances are what they are. And those are so out of our control. And I know we all thought that starting a new year was going to change everything, but it doesn't. It's just the date on a calendar. So we need to continue to keep moving forward and working on ourselves and what we need to do to, feel what we want to feel and do the actions we want to do. So we're going to use the next hour to really check in with yourself and see, how you're feeling physically, how you're feeling emotionally. And then we're just going to work on getting a little bit more strong, a little bit more flexible, a little more balanced physically, and then a little bit more calm, centered, and relaxed emotionally. So we're going to start laying down on your back, like we always do. Just take a few moments here to settle into your practice and start to connect with your breathing. And let any chatter that you have going on in your mind right now, just kind of let it quiet down so that you can take the time to really feel. The eyes are closed. The jaw is relaxed. There's something very powerful about practicing with the eyes closed. I think on Sunday we're going to do a full eyes closed practice, the whole class. So I'll talk about that at the end of the practice today. So just breathing in and breathing out. And we're just going to start by bringing the knees into the chest, rocking left to right, making some circles with the knees in one direction and then the other. And then we're just going to take the arms up overhead and just reach them back. So you want to get into your shoulders here. So let the shoulders pull down, hands reach back. Maybe you reach, I almost got burned by my candle. Reach out to the sides if you want, opening up the chest, reaching the arms way up and overhead. And then we're just going to reach the feet up towards the ceiling, pointing and flexing the feet, make circles with the ankles. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. And then we're going to move with the breath. 3 deep breaths. Inhaling here. And then exhale out of the mouth. Hug the knees into the chest. Inhale, arms reach, feet lift. Exhale, hug the knees in. One more time, just like that. Inhale, arms reach, feet lift. And exhale, hug the knees in. We're going to reach for the strap and put the right foot into the strap. So yes, here we're going to focus on the hamstring and the low back, but we're also going to just take this time here to be quiet and relax. So you can pull your tail of the strap to make it a little bit tighter. So once you're in this pose where the foot is supported, left leg is going to go straight, shoulders are relaxed. And then just breathe deeply here. So another part of the practice that is super important is to be able to understand what it is that you're feeling, be able to identify your feelings, and then being able to process them. So just notice here what you feel. Obviously, physically, you probably feel the hamstring. But just notice how you're feeling right now. Are you relaxed? Are you anxious? And then whatever you're feeling, try to identify where in the body you have those feelings. I often carry stress in my jaw. Anxiety often comes into my belly. So just notice where in the body you're feeling what you're feeling, and then just breathe with the eyes closed. You just want to feel what you feel. Finding softness, finding ease. Relaxing the jaw and the neck. Feel the rise and fall of the chest and belly as you breathe. Take a nice full breath in. And then as you exhale, let's take that right foot over to the left. So you're just reaching your right heel away from the right hip. Try to keep the right shoulder down. Again, eyes are closed. Releasing tightness and tension in the IT band. So you're present right here, right now. There's no place else you need to be right now, nothing else you need to be doing. You have blocked out this period of time for yourself, so you don't need to worry about what you're doing later or what you've already done today. Just be right here in this space at this moment and breathe. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. And then we'll bring that right leg back to center, bend the left knee, cross your right ankle over your left leg, and then just reach for the back of your left thigh. We're just starting to open up the right hip, swaying left to right. We all know that a lot of emotional tension and tightness and stress gets caught in the hips. So just take the time here to really pull gently the left knee towards your left shoulder, relaxing the shoulders down, releasing that right hip. Take a deep, full breath in and a deep, full breath out. We're going to release the left foot down to the floor. Your right thigh will cross over your left thigh. We're going to scoot the hips over to the right. Let your arms reach away from each other and just gently drop the legs to the left. You can adjust how deep you go by where your left foot is on your mat. If your left foot is over to the right side of your mat, it's more of a lengthening and less of a twist. If you move your left foot more towards the left side of the mat, this is a much deeper twist. So just see what feels better for you. You're lengthening through the spine, twisting through the belly, really good for digestion, increasing the blood flow to the internal organs. And if you are not feeling comfortable twisting and you want to just lengthen the spine, I know, Lori, you don't really like to twist for your back, you can just move your left foot over to the right side of your mat. That way your torso is staying in line but you're lengthening and opening up your low back. So let's just take a few breaths here. Eyes are closed. Shoulders are relaxed, chest is open. Take a full deep breath in and a full deep breath out. And then when you're ready, we're going to uncross the legs, bring them back to center, even out the hips, let your back be grounded down. Left foot comes into the strap, right foot goes along the floor. Pause here and breathe. I won't do it today, but I think I could do an entire practice on just these three poses. The left foot in the strap, reaching up, the foot in the strap, over, 4 poses, hip opener and a twist. I could do an hour of just that, but I won't do that today. But you can always do that on your own. You can set a little timer, be here for 5 minutes in each pose, and then just breathe. You don't have to think, you don't have to move. Really try to let go here. So good for circulation to have the blood flowing down the leg. The front of the body is relaxed, the back of the body is supported. We're going to take a full deep breath in here. And then as you exhale, let's soften the left knee, reach the left foot over to the right, and just try to lengthen, release, and pause. So you're lengthening through the leg, you're letting go of tightness, and then you're just going to pause here. I do think that the pandemic has forced a lot of us to slow down. I know in our regular lives we were constantly going multiple places and doing multiple things, and the fact that a lot of those things aren't available anymore, we've been forced to slow way down, and I think it's a good lesson. It's a good experience for us to learn a little bit more about ourselves and just how to be still and bored. I try not to use that word bored, it feels negative to me, but just still, relaxed, present. Able to process and notice your feelings. Let's take a full breath in here. And then as you exhale, let's bring that left leg back to center. Bend the right knee so the right foot is on the floor. Left ankle crosses over the right leg for a figure 4. Reach for the back of your right thigh. Draw the right knee into your right shoulder. Let the shoulders relax down away from the ears. Low back is pressing down. And you're just letting go of the physical tightness that you might be feeling all around your left hip. Let the eyes be closed. The breath is moving through the body with ease. Take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, let's release. Let the right foot come down. Left thigh is going to cross over the right thigh. Scoot your hips over to the left a little bit. That helps keep your spine straight and lined up. And then we're just going to gently let your legs fall over to the right. And again, your right foot is kind of your lever to how deep you go. Right foot over to the left side of the mat. You'll feel your spine lengthen with the weight of your legs. If you bring the right foot over to the right, you get deeper into the twist and deeper up the spine. So just pause here and breathe. Modify in any way you need to. You can always uncross the legs. But when you come into these twists, it's super important to relax the torso. So not be gripping it all around your spine or your torso, your belly. Relax. Sometimes we just need gentle reminders to breathe, to relax. I used to get so defensive when someone would tell me to relax, because obviously I wouldn't be relaxed when they were saying it. They'd say, "Will you just relax?" Oh, that was a trigger for me. But now when someone says, relax, it's just a reminder. Just to let go. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, let's bring the legs back to center. Uncross, even out the hips, hug the knees into the chest. Lift your low back off the floor as you squeeze the knees in. And then just relax your low back down. You can push your knees away from you, pulling your hands forward so you release the chest and shoulders. Again, let's pull the knees in as you lift your spine off the low back off the floor, and then press your knees forward as you exhale. Inhale, hug the knees in one more time. Lift your low back off the floor, and then exhale, push your knees away, relaxing the shoulders. Okay, so we're gonna roll to one side and come up to sit. We're gonna work on the shoulders a little bit. Some people have a really tight hips or really tight back. If sitting on the floor is super uncomfortable for you, you can always sit in a chair or sit up on something like a couch cushion or a pillow. You don't need to be uncomfortable in the lower half of your body when we're working on the upper half. We're working on the shoulders here a little bit. So be comfortable. Let's just take 3 breaths here. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, arms reach out and down. 2 more like that. Inhale. And exhale. 1 more time like this. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, we're going to take your strap. I like to have my thumbs in the loop. So you can put your thumbs in the loop if you'd like, or you can just hold on to the strap, however wide you want your arms. Lots of ways to modify here. We're going to inhale, reach the arms up. And then as you exhale, you can reach your arms behind you if that feels okay. Or bend your elbows to reach the arms behind you. Or bring the arms down in front of you. So just going to move with breath. You're going to inhale, open the front of the body. Exhale, really reach back, only if that feels okay. Modify if you need to. We're just going to come up and over. So do that a few times on your own, moving in any way that feels good. Maybe you inhale and come up, and you exhale to one side, really pulling the shoulders back. And then maybe you inhale to center and exhale to the other side. So just moving in ways that feel good with the strap, moving your arms, elbows can be bent. You can just stick to right in the front if you want. You want to inhale, lift up to the front, and exhale, reach down to the front. So just take 2 more breaths, inhaling up, exhaling in any way, any direction. Inhale back up, exhale. And then we'll come back to center and let the arms come down in front with the strap. Give your shoulders a moment to roll. You can roll them out a little bit. So a lot of people carry tension in their shoulders. So we're working on all different aspects of the joint, the front, the back. Okay, so now you're going to take the strap in your left hand. You're going to reach your left hand up towards the ceiling. Your right hand is going to reach out to the side, thumb up. Turn your right thumb down. Reach your back of your hand at your low back. And then you're going to bend your left elbow to reach your strap. You're passing the strap into your other hand. Try to lift the head so your spine is lengthened all the way up to the crown of the head. Your right elbow is bent. Your left hand can creep up your back, holding as high up on the strap as you want or low. You can stay right here, or to go a little deeper, hinge forward. Try not to tuck your chin. Really feel your right shoulder pull down away from the ears. You can go as far as you want forward. Just try to keep the spine lengthened. Breathe deeply. Relax the shoulders. Keep the chest open. The neck neutral. And then slowly draw the belly in as you come back up. And then release. So this got really deep into your right shoulder and the left shoulder, but two different places because of the position of your arms. So maybe massage your shoulders out a little bit, rub them out, shake the arms, roll the shoulders, whatever you'd like to do here. We're going to switch sides. You're going to take the strap into your right hand, reach the right hand straight up, left hand out, thumb down, back of the hand for the low back, reach your hand up, bend the elbow and hand the strap to your bottom hand. So it's easy to kind of collapse here. So if you're collapsed, try to make the space between your hands bigger so that you can get your right elbow up and your left elbow down and your head looking forward. The crown of your head is up. Really pull the left shoulder down. You can hinge forward. That's going to get deeper in your left shoulder. So don't go too far. Able to breathe here. Your space between your hands can be a lot or a little. Everybody's shoulders are different. Just make sure you're breathing deeply. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling out of the mouth. And then on your next inhale, come on up. Release the arms. Again, you can massage the shoulders a little bit. Get your thumb in there. Shake out the arms. Roll the shoulders. All right, one more shoulder open. This is going a little bit deeper into your upper back and between your shoulder blades. Arms reach out away from each other. Left arm is coming underneath the right arm. Backs of the hands can try to reach for each other. If they can't reach, you can hold on to the outside of your shoulders. Or if you can reach, maybe you bring your palms together. Shoulders down, elbows forward. Pinkies forward, fingertips lift. Just from your mid-back up, a gentle sway left to right. This is getting into the space between your shoulder blades, in your upper back and spine. So you want to use the cross of your arms to create space in your back. So notice if you press your elbows into each other, you open up that back a little bit more. Take a full breath in and then exhale. Undo, reach the arms away from each other. Right arm comes underneath the left, other side. However you can have your hands is up to you. Shoulders are down, elbows move forward. Fingertips up, pinkies forward. And then again, a gentle sway left to right. Think about any tightness or tension melting away, softening, letting go. Take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, let's release. Shake out the arms, and then we're going to take our time to transition onto hands and knees. So you don't need your strap anymore. We're going to come onto hands and knees. So coming on to hands and knees, we're going to bring the knees together. Big toes to touch. You're going to sink down onto your heels. Backs of the hands are resting by your feet and lay down on your belly onto your thighs, forehead down. Then relax your forearms down onto the mat. Elbows are soft. Shoulders are coming closer to your ears. Feel as though you want to breathe into your upper back to open it, creating space. Forehead is down to relax the neck. Eyes are closed to check in. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Let's bring the hands forward. Come on to hands and knees. Knees will go about parallel, so they're underneath your hips. Tops of the feet are on the floor. I like to move my wrists a little bit in front of my shoulders. Okay. Moving with the breath. 3 deep breaths, moving the spine gently. Inhale, curl the toes under, drop the belly, soft elbows, lift the chin. Exhale, tuck and round, tops of the feet press down. Inhale, curl the toes under, drop the belly, lift the chin. Exhale, tuck and round. One more, just like that. Inhale and exhale. Coming back to neutral. Left foot goes back, toes are down. Right hand is going to reach forward. The upper arm starts by your ear, but notice how that might feel in the shoulder. Then I want you to lower your right arm a few inches. Relax your right shoulder. We're going to lift the left foot. Lift it hip height. Notice what you feel in your low back. And then lower about halfway down and then pull the belly in. Back foot is flexed. Shoulders are away from the ears. Breathing deeply here. If you need to modify and you're on your left forearm, please have your left forearm on a block so that your chest is lifted and your shoulders are not lower than your hips. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, right hand down, left toes go straight down behind you. Right foot pivots to the right. Roll to the arch of your right foot. Arch of your left foot. Left hand reaches up towards the ceiling. You can stay right here. This is perfect for your right hip and your right shoulder, getting strength in the joints. If you want to lift your left leg and flex the foot, you can. If you want to feel a little bit stronger, a little bit more challenged, maybe you try to just lift your right knee, but your right foot is still on the floor. You'll feel the side of your core starting to work. Maybe you can lift your right foot as well. Maybe you cross your right ankle in front of your left ankle and you lift your hips. All those are options for you. You can take it or leave it. Don't worry. As long as you're breathing and trying to stay open in the chest and stay right here. Take one more breath in. And then as you exhale, left hand comes down, both knees come down. Take a child's pose. However you'd like. You can reach your arms way out in front. You can let your right hand come back behind you. Give that right wrist a break. You can take the left hand as well. Maybe you want the arms out. Sometimes I like to have my hands clasped, resting on the back of my head, elbows out to the side. Sometimes I just feel a little bit more grounded this way. Pressing down through the forehead to release the shoulders and the neck. Take a full breath in, and then as you exhale, let's come back up onto hands and knees. Wrists under shoulders or a little bit in front, knees under hips. Curl the toes under, drop the belly, lift the chin as you breathe in. Breathing out, round the back. Inhale, curl the toes under, lift the chin. Exhale, tuck and round. One more time, just like that. Inhale and exhale. Coming back to neutral, take the right foot straight back, toes are down. Left hand reaches forward about halfway between the floor and your ear. That's how high it is. It's not that high so you can relax your shoulder. Same with the right foot, about halfway between the floor and your hip. Actively pull your belly in, strengthening your core. Breathing deeply. Finding balance, take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, left hand comes down, right toes come down behind you, pivot your left foot to the left, roll to the arch of your right foot, press your right foot down as you reach your right hand up. And then I'll talk you through the options. If you'd like to change the pose a little, you can lift your right foot if you want to. If you want to experiment with that side plank, maybe you just lift your knee, your left knee, but you keep the left foot down. Maybe you lift the left foot like for a second and then put it back down. And then maybe you cross your left ankle in front of your right ankle. You don't have to. You're here. You've shown up today. And you're working on you. You're breathing. Whatever shape you put your body in, whatever pose, is not the most important aspect of what we're doing. We're breathing, processing, take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, let's come back down, child's pose. Anything you'd like to do, wide knees, narrow knees, hands behind you, hands in front of you, hands on your head, whatever you'd like to do. Take a few really nice deep breaths, expanding into the back. Feeling your belly press into your thighs. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Okay, hands are coming forward. We're coming on to forearms. So I find forearm plank is a little bit more engaging of the core because when you have your arms straight, you're kind of just using your arms as stilts, like as a support beam here. But either way, you're still working your core. So you can decide if you'd like to be down on forearms or up on your hands. I like to bring my hands together and then open up. So just the finger pads are touching each other. Okay, so the full expression of a forearm plank is both feet back, belly lifted, hips shoulder height, so not sinking lower than your shoulders. If you need to modify, you can drop your knees and press the tops of your feet down into the floor. That'll help engage your core. Try to lift your chest so it's away from the floor, and you're opening up your upper back. There's space between your shoulders and your ears. You're looking straight down. You're not looking forward, and you're not looking at your belly. Looking straight down. And you're finding length in your spine. You're finding depth in your breathing. And strength in your core. So just continue to breathe. I miss when we were all together. This is when I would tell you to turn to your neighbor and tell them something about yourself, and we would all chit-chat, and it got really fun, and then Stuart would wonder what's going on, and he'd come to the door and be like, what is going on in there? Oh, I miss that. That's all right. If you want to tell somebody something about yourself to the universe and we can't hear you, you could do that if you'd like. Okay, I don't have a clock in front of me, so I don't know if that's been a minute, but it feels like it's been more than a minute. So we're going to take one more deep breath in, and then as you exhale, come on down with the knees, reach your arms way out in front, pull the hips back, tent your fingertips if you'd like, rock left to right, lengthen through the belly, open up through the shoulders. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. You're going to walk your hands back to your knees. We're going to curl the toes under and lift the knees. Roll to the bottom of your feet. Knees are bent. Your belly is resting on your thighs. Hold on to opposite elbows. Keep your knees bent here to protect your back. You don't ever need to be in a forward bend standing with straight legs. You can sway left to right. You can shake out the neck. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, slowly walk your hands up the legs, continuing to breathe, inhaling and exhaling as you make your way up. I'm going to adjust my camera because I'm in a small space and you won't be able to see my head. Hopefully that is good. Yep. Wait. Just take this back. Okay, so standing with your feet planted down on the floor about hip width apart. Let's just take 3 breaths. Inhale, reach the arms all the way out and up. And exhale, out and down. Inhaling. And exhaling. One more time, just like that. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, coming onto your mat, you're going to come into right foot forward, left foot back, a warrior 2 pose. So in warrior 2, your heels are lined up like you're on a balance beam. Your right knee is bent, but not passing your right ankle. So it stays right over your right ankle. Left foot is parallel to the back of the mat. Your hips are not pointed towards your front knee, but they're open. You're trying not to lean your torso front or back. You're right at the center and then sink a little lower. Arms reach away from each other. Pause here. Feel the strength in your joints, the hips and the knees. Continue to breathe. And we're going to move very slowly with your breath. So as you inhale, left hand slides down your left hand. Right hand is going to reach up. This is peaceful warrior. We're going to push the right leg straight and straighten it. That's your inhale. As you exhale, bend your right knee. Right forearm comes down. pause. That's the bottom of your exhale. Inhale, left arm reaches up and over. Inhale, come on up. Press your right leg straight, left hand back, right hand up. Lean back. Exhale. Pause as you get ready for side angle. And then inhale, reach your top arm up and over like you're painting a rainbow with your fingers. Inhale again, right leg goes straight, peaceful, reach back, that's your inhale. Exhale, right forearm down, pause. Inhale, left arm reaches forward, overhead, and let's come back up to stand. Right leg goes straight. Turn your right toes to face front. Turn your left toes out. Bend your left knee. Same thing, arms reach away from each other. Relax your shoulders. Pushing through your feet. Inner thighs are pulling in. Strong in your joints, in your hips and your front knee. Moving slowly with your breath. Inhale. Right hand back, left hand up. Push your left leg straight. And then exhale, bend the left knee. If you can't get your forearm down, just use your hand. Then use your inhale, right arm up and over. And then exhale, straight front leg, windmill the arms open and back. And exhale. Side angle, pause. Inhale is that right arm reaching up and forward. Come on back. Reach the arms up. Inhale back. And exhale, forearm down. Inhale, reach your right arm overhead. And then exhale, come on back up. Left leg goes straight. Feet are going to be parallel. You're going to hinge forward and reach your hands down. If you can't reach the floor, you can bend your knees or put a block under your hands. Let your head hang heavy, relax the neck. We're going to take some moving breaths here. Right hand stays down. Left hand, inhale, reach up. Turn your torso to the left. Exhale down. Inhale, right hand reaches up. Turn. Exhale down. Continue moving with your breath. Inhale, windmill pose. Turning the torso. Lengthening the spine. Reaching up and then coming back down. Inhale up. Exhale down. One more time to the right. Inhale. And exhale. Bend the knees. Let your hands come onto your thighs and roll yourself up. Heel toe your feet together. Shake out the hips a little bit. Shake out the legs. Okay, a little bit more work on the legs and your joints. This is not only good for the muscles, but for the bones. And we're going to add a little balancing here. So, starting with your left foot down, ground down, soft left knee. You're going to lift your right knee. Hands at your heart center. If you need to use a wall, feel free to go over to a wall. We're going to inhale, lift the hands up. Exhale. Hands go back, right foot goes back, chest goes parallel to the floor. Inhale. This doesn't have to be pretty. Legs don't have to be straight. You can be wobbling all over the place. We're just working through here. This is a practice. Exhale, reach back. Inhale. You don't have to be on my same count either. Just move with your own breath. Your exhale goes back. We're going to do 2 more. So we're doing a total of 5 of these. Your left leg should be on fire. The muscles are working hard. Your joints, your bones. Trying to get your head here so that you can balance. Last one. Reach. Let's come back to center. Lift that right knee, hands at your heart. That left leg is strong. And then bring your right foot down. Whew. Shake out your left leg. That's hard. Okay. Right foot comes down. Left knee lifts. Find your balance. Again, if you need to use a wall, that's totally fine. Hands lift with your inhale. Exhale, go back. I always start with my left because my right is so much better. I like to end on a positive. So for all the righties out there, this is probably helpful that we started with the left. If you're a lefty, well, maybe you're doing better on this side. I don't know. 2 more. So you're really working that standing leg, but continuing to focus on your breath, moving with your breath, finding that balance. Last one. Really reach back. Then come back to center, hands at the heart, knee is lifted. Drop that left leg, shake out the right. Gently make your way back down onto the floor, onto your back. So take your time. Moving gently. Once you come down to the floor, hug the knees into the chest. Rock left to right. The feet are going to come down to the floor. Feet are parallel, heels are drawing into your seat. Now there are 2 ways to lift your body for bridge. I hate to say this, but there's the right way and the wrong way. If you lead with your low ribs and lift from here, that is a lot of strain on your low back. So I'd prefer that you don't lift from your ribs and your chest. I want you to lift from your hips and your pelvis. So you'll notice a little curve under, and then you lift as if you're trying to get your hip flexors up. You won't go as high, but you are protecting your low back a lot here, and you're taking this out of your back. So again, if you want to look, there's a big difference between this coming up here, big arch in my low back, or tucking the pelvis so that your low back is down, and lift from your hip flexors, lift. Okay, so we're gonna have the hands down by your sides. As you breathe in, curl, lift, tops of the hands reach behind you. That's your inhale. If you're not comfortable lifting, then just do the pelvic tilt. As you exhale, lower down. So you want to feel each vertebrae lowering down from the middle down, hands down. 3 more, just like that. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. Again, the goal is to not get high here, is to tilt the pelvis, lead with the hips. That's your inhale and your exhale. 1 more, just like that. Inhale and exhale. We're going to hug one knee in, then the other. Knees go wide. Feet lift. Modified happy baby, hold on underneath the knees, ankles, or if you can reach the outside of your feet, hold on to the outside of your feet. You can gently rock left to right. Relax the shoulders down. Relax the hips. relax the low back. And then when you're ready, you can slowly bring the feet down. And we'll find Shavasana. So final relaxation pose here. Feel supported. So if you need to have your knees bent to protect your back, or you can put a bolster or a cushion underneath your legs. Just be comfortable and warm. The backs of the hands are on the floor. The palms are facing up. Eyes are closed. Just take a few moments here, letting your practice settle. And I'm going to talk you through a little thought model, a little thought practice for you, so that maybe you can get your head in a really good place for the rest of the day, now that your body is feeling really good. And hopefully you're feeling relaxed. Can help you create some positive thoughts. So I want you to just think about for a moment the circumstance that we are all experiencing right now. So we are in a global pandemic. There's a lot of things that we're not able to do that we would like to be doing or that we're used to doing. And we all have thoughts about that circumstance. So just see what kind of thoughts you have. Don't try to change them yet. Just think about a thought you might have. And I'm going to give an example of, I'm so bored. That's a thought. It's not a fact. The fact is we're in a global pandemic. What feelings do those thoughts create? So that thought that you are thinking, how does that make you feel? When I think of that thought, I'm bored, that makes me feel depressed, unmotivated, sluggish. So remembering, our thoughts control our feelings, and our feelings initiate our actions. So when I feel depressed, unmotivated, and sluggish, my actions are complaining to others, sitting around, maybe take a nap, maybe eat some junk food. Okay, that is not going to work for me. That is not going to help me achieve my goals each day of being productive and getting things done that I want to get done. So I'm going to take that circumstance that has not changed, and I'm going to have a different thought. I have a lot of extra free time today. What am I going to do with that free time? That's my thought. That creates feelings of excitement, motivation, ready to go. And then my action that I feel right now that I'm going to do when I have those feelings is I want to bundle up and take my dog for a walk. I want to go and call my best friend and see how she's doing. I want to take a drive down to the beach with a cup of tea. So just remember that the circumstance is a fact. It doesn't change. It is what it is. You create your own thoughts, which create your feelings, which initiate your actions. It's actually really simple. You get to create how you want to feel. How awesome is that? So just take a few breaths here. Begin to move your fingers and your toes. Slowly and gently, let's move the body to transition out of Shavasana, to come up to seated. And once seated, just take a moment with the eyes closed. When we close the eyes, we can really tune into our other senses, because the eyes send a lot of messages to the brain when we're seeing so many things, a lot of external stimulation. But when we can block that off, you can really go inside. So just take this moment at the end of your practice to just let your practice settle deep inside. We'll take your right hand over your heart, your left hand over your right hand. And remember that we are all connected. And not only are we here with each other, but we're here for each other. Let's bring your palms together in front of your heart center to honor your practice and honor each other. Namaste.